So for patents, you need to have, it has to be something that is completely new in the entire world. Then it has to have an inventive step, which means that someone in that same field or somebody in that industry, it should not be obvious to somebody in that industry. Hi creatives, my name is Felicia Solomon Tunje. In today's Legal Explainer, I'm going to divert a bit from the creative IP that I've mostly been focused on, and just touch a bit on the more industrial protections, because there are also people amongst us that are creative, not in songs or paintings, etc., but in actually building things. So there is, of course, at the higher level, we have the highest kind of industrial protection is something called a patent. So patent, even though it's usually used very loosely when somebody wants to refer to a protection that is being given to a new thing or an invention, patent is actually a defined word, and it's like the highest sort of protection you can get on an invention. So for patents, you need to have, it has to be something that is completely new in the entire world. Then it has to have an inventive step, which means that someone in that same field or somebody in that industry, it should not be obvious to somebody in that industry. Even like your peers should be shocked or should be impressed, that they should also say, wow, this is completely new. And then thirdly, it has to be industrially applicable, which means it has to be something that can be made, it can be replicated and used in the market. And then of course it should not be something that is not excluded from being patented. So these are things like mathematical formulas, medical procedures, rules of a game, methods of doing business, and there's a whole list that is provided in our statutes. So for patents, if you meet that criteria that I have just set out, then you can fill in, you make a claim, it's an application. The appropriate regulator for patents is called Kenya Intellectual Property Institute, KIPI. The act that regulates patent is called the Industrial Property Act, and you make the application for a patent by filing an application to KIPI. The first stage of a patent application is you make a formal, you make claims, which is that in whatever it is that you have created, not the entire thing that you have created is new, unless everything there is new, but you make claims over the aspect that is completely new. So you may have made like a new type of lock or door lock, right? But the idea of a door lock is not new, so you can't go and make a claim for door locks. You'll make a claim perhaps on, you have eliminated a latch, you have created something else that is not a latch, so that you'll now make claims regarding that particular inventive step that you have added. In Kenya, patent protection, if you're successful with your patent application, the protection is for 20 years. And of course, once they give it to you, there'll be an annual fee that you pay, like a renewal fee for that patent that you're given, which starts low, and by the end of the 20 years, the amount has gone up. But the presumption is that in 20 years, you have recouped your investment and you're able to pay that kind of money. After the 20 years, it's not renewable, so you would have only those 20 years to recoup all your investment and turn a profit if you must. And also, if you're given a patent, then you have to use it. Whether you will manufacture yourself, whether you license to somebody else, it's something that you actually have to put it into use. Otherwise, the state can actually take it from you compulsorily, although they will compensate you. Additionally, it's just to say that patent protection is jurisdictional or it's territorial. So if you apply for a patent in Kenya, your protection is here in Kenya. If you want to go and use it in Tanzania or in South Africa, you'll have to go to those jurisdictions and register, or if there is a regional body where you can file, and then they'll go and follow those different countries. Still, it would have to go to each and every one of those countries for them to approve and give you a patent protection. So if you have any questions, you can leave on the comment section, or also you can send me an email. Thank you so much.